Hi guys, welcome back to Ben's Home Video, where I've recently watched the new 4K transfer by Arrow of Videodrome. Videodrome. Long live the new flesh. Videodrome. So yeah, it's the David Cronenberg 1983 cult classic, not actual classic, but cult classic, Videodrome. It's kind of horror, more kind of mind-bendy type stuff than horror to me personally. But I would, on my shelves, which are done in a genre, I would put it under horror. Whether or not I'm right or wrong, who knows? Who knows? Before I go anywhere, as always guys, I'm going to ask you to like or subscribe to me. But it's up to you. I can't stop you. I cannot stop you. Shall we have a quick unboxing before we get into the brass tacks? So I opted for the original artwork version. I do wish the 18 sticker was actually a sticker, which they sometimes do nowadays. And unusually for Arrow, they've printed this on the back of the case instead of doing like a paper slip. Soundbar. Got smart cards all in black and white. Big poster as always. And I don't know where this one's from. Hopefully it tells me in the book when I get to read it. What's that? A book? Oh yeah, there's a book. Pictures, facts, critical round table, whatnot. Look forward to getting into the thick of it. So we'll get the kind of nerd number shit out the way first. So it's the it's Dolby Vision, which Arrow normally do, and it is the original mono lossless. More into that later, I think. I'll save that for the correct time. Whenever I checked, it was running at kind of very high 80s to mid 90s on the bit rate, which is very good, very steady. I found no black crush or anything like that, no kind of artifacts stuff, which is what you want because they can be distracting. By the way, I am quite ill at the moment, only with like a bad cold, not anything like serious. Have coughed up a little bit of blood, so I want the sympathy, guys. But it shows my devotion to you that I'm willing to do this for the 3 people that watch it, just so you know if you should get this or not. What a guy. So yeah, as I said, no black rush. Black levels are good, deep, what you want basically. Because I watched a DVD of Terrifier the other day, and I think it was just a really bad quality DVD anyway, but it was just grey with like almost white coming through it at times instead of black. And it's what it makes you realise, yeah, I like Blu-rays and 4Ks definitely. Or Blu-rays that are done well, at least. You need that dark blacks. It just, the contrast you get. Fan David Ozer. So as always guys, you know, one of my favourite things to talk about here. Ooh, grain. What a perfect level of grain this film has. Fine, consistent, beautiful. It's what you want. Skin detail, very good. Because obviously James Wood's face is a bit fucked, for lack of a better word. You can see how fucked it is. All the little pop marks and stuff like that from his, I assume, childhood acne. But yeah, looks great. Debbie Harry, my one true love, Debbie Harry. Her skin is immaculate though. And you can tell. Yes, you can tell. So, going into this, if you've never seen it before, don't expect it to be like, this is what I've been missing. This is 4K colours, that is. It's a very drab film with colours. Browns, greys, blacks, kind of that. But there's the occasional pop of like red. Little bits of green. But when the red comes in, it's wow. It's there. And it's beautiful. So it does make kind of, when there is the colour there for the wide colour gamut, that is. It's like, yeah, you can really appreciate it compared to like a film that is bright constantly. But there is long periods of just kind of the drab colours. But yeah, you get like the fibres on the clothes, and like, because they've got like ball jackets and stuff, and you can see all the little fibres. Looks great. So don't be expecting the best kind of most extreme colours you've ever seen. But I think most people will think it's good looking film. Like as I said, the black levels, it's really good. There's like a gun spoiler. As he unveils it, it is shiny black and it looks great. So, like, I'll just watch it, obviously. So, like I said earlier, it comes with a 1.0 original lossless mono, which is fine. It's fine. But could they have at least made it stereo? I don't know. They may have not got access to it. I don't know enough behind the scenes knowledge, but I feel like at least make it stereo. You want at least the separation, because when there's a lot of background noise, the dialogue doesn't cut through enough as well. So I wouldn't say you have to turn it up massively for that, but there are just a couple of words that you may miss. You can string it together if you're not stupid. But I would have liked, I would have liked Atmos, obviously, or 5.1, or 4.0, which I don't think they normally do. That's normally if it's original from the 80s, or 2.0. I just feel like they're... I know the Arrow Blu-ray was also 1.0, so I assume that's all they've got. Someone tell me if I'm wrong, which I'm probably not. So Arrow Video's 4K presentation of Videodrome is a 3.5 out of 5. Would have been higher, but I'm not a fan of mono audio. I feel like they could have done better. Even stereo, it would have bumped it up to a 4.5, so... But unless there's a specific reason for it, and if someone in the comments tells me that, I may amend my score, because obviously you can only work with what you've got. But as it stands, video, I'm not going to say flawless, because there could probably always be improvements, but pretty close to perfect. Just the audio let down a lot. So now obviously we're on to my personal views of the film. So a little bit of backstory on this, not much. When I was about 12 or 13, I was in Spain, walking down some high street thing, and at night they had like an outdoor market type thing. And there was a big poster book. I don't know what it is now, it must be my parents. But it was film posters, and it might have even been film posters of the 80s. Especially back then, I was obsessed with 80s films. So I bought it for like €12 or whatever it was. Brought it back, flicking through. And two films stood out to me on that. I know it sounds like I'm making this up for the video, just to make it a bit cooler. But no, this is true. The two films I thought I need to watch is Scanners and Videodrome. And obviously, I think that's the original poster. That's what I feel like I remember it being. That's the original Videodrome poster. And if you go and buy artwork alone, just to get a young lad interested, these are two pretty cool ones. And obviously the 10 seconds, the pound begins, 15 seconds, you can't breathe, 20 seconds, you explode. Cool. Yeah. So when I was a little bit older, probably about 2 or 3 years time, when I had my own money and stuff like that, two of the first DVDs I bought were Videodrome, Scanners, both Cronenbergs. So obviously I've been a fan over half my life. Well, even before I was seeing them, actually. Yeah. Both of them, I wouldn't say it was a disappointment. I'd say, as a young, stupid person that didn't quite understand cinema, 15, 16, they were all right. I found them both a bit slow. I did obviously love the practical effects because I've always been into that. But I wasn't like, whoa, what films these are. I'm glad I waited 3 years, desperately trying to watch these. But as I've become older, wiser, more handsome, sexier, the lot, I've grown to love both films so much. I appreciate them a lot more than I thought I would when I first watched them. And I think you will too. And like as I just touched on, practical effects. Cronenberg always gets it right. Fly, scanners, Existence, and Videodrome. It's not much else to say. If you've seen it before, you know. If you haven't, you will know. Because even if you don't go out and buy the 4K after watching this, see if it's on streaming. Get the Blu-ray. DVD's a bit near, so I won't recommend that, but definitely get at least the Blu-ray. The practical effects are great. Yeah, obviously you can tell certain scenes where it's just like, yeah, a bit naff, but practical effects, just, they do it for me. I'd rather a slightly worse looking practical effect than a CGI one. Yes, it takes out the film a little bit, but I love the craft of it. You know, Tom Savini, obviously, Greg Nicotero, Tom Savini's protege. List goes on, I can't be asked to listen because I don't know enough, but it's like, I love the craft of it, and I feel like most people that will be watching this Videodrome 4K review probably will as well, and I really rate it. Just watch the film. Even if you don't watch the 4K, watch the film. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and death to Videodrome, long live the new flesh.